welcome back into another episode of the Bet On Me podcast. It's Thursday, January 6th, 2022. I am your host, Daniel Perkins. Let's go ahead and jump right into things. Last night, guys, went 4-1 on all my picks. Did pretty good. We had the Penguins on the money line. They won 5-3. We also had the over of 6 goals. So that hit. We had Kyrie over 19.5 points. He had 22. And we had the Miami Heat on the money line. So that's 4. We hit. The only one we lost last night is we had Edmonton against the Maple Leafs plus a puck and a half. I thought definitely they wouldn't let them sneak in there toward the end and get another one, but they did. Edmonton's goaltending is atrocious right now. They are on a slump. Every time you think they're going to get out of it, they're just not. They can't seem to get it together. So I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not betting on Edmonton anymore for the next few months. That's like my favorite hockey team to bet on for some reason, and I just keep losing money with them. But we went 4-1 last night. It's not a bad start to the week. Got some games on today, though. Let's see what we got going here. What I like tonight as far as NBA, big game, Boston Celtics, New York Knicks at the Garden. It's a pick 'em, basically. Knicks are +1, Boston's -1. So, I mean, I'm going to take the home team in this one tonight, guys. I'm going to go with the Knicks. I'm going to give them the +1 there. You might as well. I mean, they're 102 on the money line, so you'd probably take the money line and get a little bit better value there. But I'm going to roll with the Knicks tonight. I just think they're playing good ball. I think, that city's really behind them. Young team. They remind me of the Lakers team, maybe because they have, one of those players that was on the Lakers team when they were young. But they just remind me of that young Lakers team when Kobe was out there with them, and just fighting, scratching, clawing, trying to get wins, doing what they can. Everybody hates on the star on the team, but, it is what it is. I think that's every city, you're either not doing enough, you're not playing hard enough. I mean, look at LeBron James. The man can hit a triple-double, and everyone says he's terrible. I mean, I'm not a fan, and I'm going to let you guys know that every time I mention his name on this podcast. But he is one of the best to ever play the game. Can't deny that. Doesn't matter if you like him or not. You got to give credit and props and respect where it is due for the champion, and he is a champion. I am not. So, got to give it up to LeBron. But my point being, saying all that is, if you're the guy in a city, kind of like Randall is right now up in New York, I mean, you're going to get hate. I mean, if you come out and you look like you're having a bad day or whatever, look at Aaron Rodgers. Everything he does is under a microscope. You're in New York. It's just what it is. The reason I bring this up is because about a month ago or so, they were saying he was, disinterested, all this, and the man played his ass off out there, and they act like he's not doing enough. He doesn't care. Just media headlines kill me, guys. But look, you got to look at the play on the floor. I think they get the win tonight. I think this matters to them in New York. I think they want to beat Boston. I think they will. I think Boston's playing like shit. I don't think Boston's playing very good at all. They have a decent team, but they are just not putting it together this year for some reason. I don't know what it is. They're in a slump. Yeah, I would take the Knicks tonight +1 or on the money line for sure. I think that's an easy winner tonight. Also tonight, we got a full slate of hockey. One I got my eye on is the Boston Bruins and the Minnesota Wild. Now, I think Boston wins this game on the money line, -178, and it probably goes over 6 goals because these are two teams that are pretty good right now. Minnesota Wild is one of those teams that, they're kind of here and there. Sometimes they can score goals, sometimes they don't. I think it gets Boston tonight. I think this is a lot. I think we see a lot of goals. I don't think this is a defensive game. Usually you see a defensive game when Boston plays, but tonight I think they're going to slap a lot of pucks into the net. I think both teams are. I think it's going to get over that 6 goals very easy. Look to see some goals in the first period, and that's the tell right there. If you've got a tie within the first 5-6 minutes of the game, it's going over 6. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that right now. Calgary Flames, Tampa Bay Lightning at home. I liked them on the money line, -156. You got the Florida Panthers going into the Dallas Stars. Dallas Stars plus 114 on the money line. You guys know I'm all about the Florida Panthers. I think they are one of the best teams in hockey. I think they're going to win it all this year. But I think the Dallas Stars get this one tonight at home. I'm going to give them plus 114 on the money line. Take the Dallas Stars tonight. That is a pick I can give you right there. And the two late picks I want to give you guys, I'm going to go with the Ducks against the Red Wings on the money line, and I'm going to take the Predators on the money line, minus 138, out at the Kings. So those are my hockey picks for this evening, guys. If there's any other sports you guys want me to talk about, anything you want me to dive into, any conversations you want me to have, any guests you want to have on the show, anything you guys want to know, this podcast is for the listeners. So give me feedback. Give me feedback. Let me know what it is you guys would like to hear. Last night, I was looking at Japanese baseball lines, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys right now, I've hit a few parlays on some Japanese baseball. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, leave it down in the comments for me. Hit me up on the social media at BetOnMePod. Let me know what's going on. What do you guys want to hear? I do football, I do hockey, I do a little bit of basketball. We'll do baseball when it rolls around in that season again. I won some money on the World Series, had a couple parlays that hit for me, So I'm not afraid to pick stuff that I normally don't. Right now, I'm just kind of asking you as the viewer, you as the listener, what is it you guys would like to hear? What other picks, prop bets? I like to give out a lot of prop bets. I like anytime touchdowns. I love those bets. I love the over and under on the point, the total, touchdown scores, completions, stuff like that. I like to give out a lot of prop bets. I do that over on the social media. If that's something you guys would like to hear more of on the podcast, let me know. Also, got some things going in the works. Got a new show coming up on the YouTube channel, The Late Night Gamble. It's going to be coming to you live here this weekend. We're going to get that going. I think we're going to do the first show Saturday. So, guys, be on the lookout for that. We got some great things going on here at the Bet On Me Studios. I can't wait to get into it, guys. Let's make sure we check those lines tonight. If they're moving, you always, from what I told you, you want to make sure that, because if I said, hey, take over 6, it moves down to 5.5, you better jump on top of that. Just make sure you're watching the lines. Make sure you guys are using all the information you can get, not from just me. Go out here and look at other cappers' stuff, see what they're saying, compare it to what I'm saying. A lot of cappers out here are doing really good stuff. We had one on the show the other day at Rob O'Toole Comedy. He's a good capper. He gave us a pick yesterday, Vermouth, I think it was, and they won. So, guys, you got to come here and get the picks. I got guests coming on giving us picks. They're giving out winners. I mean, that's what we do around here. Like I said, guys, I rambled on a little bit here. Don't normally like to do that, but just trying to let you guys know we got some things in the works, new things, and also your feedback matters. So we want to have, open line of communication with the listeners. So anything you guys want to see, anything you want me to talk about sports-wise, we'll talk about cricket. You understand? I don't care. I'll do Korean baseball, Japanese baseball. I'll talk about cricket. We'll talk about Japanese basketball, Korean basketball. I don't care. There's sports are going on all the time, 24/7. There's always a sport to talk about. And I got nothing but time, guys. So be on the lookout for the new show coming this Saturday. Can't wait. Can't wait to get into these games tonight. We got a lot of hockey tonight, guys. And I think that's it. So if you're listening to us anywhere, Facebook, Apple, Spotify, Verbal, whatever it is, guys, I appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, get the latest updates of the podcast when it's dropped. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Let's get out there and let's make some money. And don't forget, you got to go put those bets in.